Hi everyone, my name is Jason Smith, aka the Tallest Man Comedy. I'm here with my co-host of One Last Question, Kerri Bemis, also known as the Paparazzi Hottie, and we are here with our guest, stand-up comedian GW Nell.
Sorry.
Seriously.
So thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
We really do.
Thank you, guys.
How's your Sunday going?
Okay. This is where that's why we're an hour and 46 minutes behind.
Well,
and in Q, 3, 2, 1, and there is the and there's. Oh no, it's gonna. He has to make sure I'm home because they're my children, but they're kind of like, I don't know. I guess they think they're my boss, and I get grounded and I have to hide, like in the mudroom. And can I say shit and stuff?
Yeah, you say whatever you want.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I have to hide in the mudroom and shit just to talk to like gentlemen callers or anything. Like I can't. I'm like, yeah, no. Like it's true. I have a joke about it, but it's serious where I'm like, shut it. It's like, because you're like trying to be all sexy going, hello, no. And I got da-da-da, and I'm like, oh. This is why I think this is why I'm single.
I always find it really.
How many children do you have? Sorry, Jason.
Two of them. 2 giants, both autistic. That's it. Just the 2. Yeah, it's crazy town. Crazy
both boys, right? Both boys?
Mm-hmm. Yep, both boys. This is Eli. He's going to do this quite a bit. Hey, E, can you shut the door, buddy?
Duncan.
Okay, Duncan. He's making Duncan. Hey, can you shut the door, Bear?
Yeah, number 11.
Yeah, number 11. I'm right here. I'm not leaving. Okay. Again, this is just checking.
Right. Just want to make sure he knows where you're at.
Yeah, he won't. Yeah, this ain't. Yeah, hey, E, shut the door, Goob. You're gonna hear this throughout. It's gonna be like, shut the door. Okay. E, shut the door.
I love it.
This is my house. It's fucking crazy.
It's very
and now the dog's here. Now the dog's here. The dog's like, what's going on? Are you trying to do something?
You must need my help.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pee and poop in this corner for you because you need that. That's what he's going to do. It's like,
so, GW, before we start getting into conversation, can you tell people where they can find you, like all your social media platforms or where you perform? Go ahead. I'm going to do that in the beginning.
I think you just kind of go at gw.nell. Pulls up stuff. And that, it actually does. It kind of gives you everything where I'm at and stuff. And then Facebook, of course, I got the GW space Nell. So that's about it. I have yet to get like a website or anything. It's, I need to. We're going to have a dog here in about 2 seconds.
Okay. So you're on Facebook?
Yes, I'm on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And then I think and then TikTok. I know what my name is on TikTok, but it's, Yep. Here we go. Okay. This is gonna be a fun one for you guys.
I always found it fascinating because you when you're a kid, you grow up and you don't know the way in which your parents or your household is abnormal because you have no frame of reference.
Oh yeah.
You just think that it's normal until you have like your first sleepover at a friend's house, and then you're like, and then you go, wait, this is different. They don't do this stuff that's messed up. They do this other stuff that's messed up. So it's kind of like eye-opening when you're like 9 or 10 or whatever, and you go, well, that's totally weird. Their dad wears a shirt around the house, or you know what I'm saying? Like you get a little bit of culture shock, even though it's not a new culture. It's just a different household.
Absolutely. We talked about that a few episodes ago with John. Yeah. What kind of dog is that?
That's Henry. Yeah, he's an attention hound. An attention hound. Just that's what he is. He gets it. Yeah, this is what we do. This is that's it. It's like look at me, and I'm like, no, look at me first. Look at me. He's like, yeah.
I'm very curious. I really am. I'm very curious. Now, I met you because Jason does stand up as well. and we live about like an hour away, like crackpots, right? That's where I
You're
first
right.
met you. And it's like 45 minutes, almost an hour away from where we live. But what,
Mhm.
like, how long have you been performing there? Or, you know what? I'm sorry. Let's step back. When did you start? When did you start having an interest in comedy?
It's kind of like, it's kind of was built, I was destined for it because I was a fat kid, alcoholic father, little
Okay.
country angry mom. It's like, it's either that or either that or crack. So I'm like, well, no. Yeah, I mean, and it's a fat kid. That was a defense mechanism. It's like, I have to be funny or they're going to kill me. So yeah. So that's what it was.
Did you always live in Ohio?
No, I'm born in Michigan, and I lived in California, then moved to Florida, then moved back to Michigan, then back to California where I lived for like 19 years, and then left California in '04, moved to Tennessee. Supposed to move here, moved to Tennessee, did my first stand-up at Spanky's, and then I did two open mics there, and then never did it again. And then moved here, and then had to get the guts in 2018 finally go up. So.
Wow. How old were you, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I was the ripe age of 48. 40, no, well, first time would have been like 38, and I didn't. Oh, for shit's sakes! I'm sorry, guys. This is like the redneck, the hour of the rednecks. You can just call this the trailer park episode. Let's call it the trailer park.
So cute.
Oh yeah, no, he's all about. He's going to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for love of God!
I love it.
He's ready for his.
This is you guys. I'm so sorry. It's like,
don't be sorry. Okay. It's his close
You're
up.
good.
This will be your best one. This will be your best one. They'll be like, oh, did that really happen? Like, did you really interview somebody like that? Yeah.
It's a boy.
He's Henry. He's
Henry. Okay.
Henry. It's weird. That's a name I've been fascinated with. And the guy that owned this house before me was named Henry, and he was from the pound named Henry. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. And I used to draw a character named Henry. So Henry, he's like 5. He's like 5. He's like 5. He thinks he's hot stuff. He's weird, man. I think I turn everything autistic. I ain't gonna lie, because I had dogs. I had a chow. I swear, I had a chow. That thing was autistic. You'd be like, try to touch him. He's like, and he'd run, and I'm like, why? I had a horse that would buck me off. I'm like, what is it? What is that? There's some kind of pheromone that I juice out, man. That's like, fuck you up pheromone, It's, so, what?
Where's the key?
The key to what?
Van.
Right here.
Excuse me. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
God,
That's what I wanted. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. No.
You're such a good mom. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm Xanaxed out, man. We got this. I'm so high. No, I'm kidding. I'm not Xanaxed out. I have an endless supply if I want it. You guys want any? Seriously, I got it. Klonopin, Thorazine, you name it. I got it.
We have made those mistakes in the past, so now we just stick to only alcohol because drugs are bad, okay?
Yes. Well, yes.
For us.
Yes.
For us, they are.
Yeah. Well, I don't get really high off it. So I'm like, nah. I got prescribed Adderall, and everybody's all the fiends are itching, going ha ha ha, and I'm like, doesn't. It didn't really do anything. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I liked crushing up some Adderall now and again.
Oh, yeah. Is that how you guys do? Do you just snort it or something? Is that how that's done?
Yeah, that's what I would do that.
Well, you can also swallow it. It will work either way. But from my past as a drug abuser, I did learn that the absorption rate in your sinuses is about 4 times what it is in your stomach. So that's the difference of like swallowing a pill or snorting it.
See, drug addicts are smart too.
Yeah, they're you guys are very. Yeah, I'm not. No, I don't. People think I'm on drugs. I'm the squarest. I'm like the squares comedian. I don't smoke. I have a whole bunch of gummies I got for the babies, but doesn't do anything for any of us. So we're like a house of squares that everybody thinks we're like, I was like a virgin until I was 25. Nobody believes it. Not the whore stuff that comes out of my mouth. Oh no, yeah. So I made up for it. Listen, I'm a whore. But we talking double digits now, probably. Yeah, doubles. I think there might be a 2 though as the start.
It's hilarious.
Mm, 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 mm.
That kind of reminds me of a question I wanted to ask you. So I was looking on your Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw recently you did a show where you had to do clean comedy. And you were like, I did it. It was clean. Like,
it's so stupid, isn't it?
Yes. Like, that's not that because you can't. I was just like, I felt that like it's hard for me not to swear, and I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I only did like I think 2 or 3 minutes. It wasn't that long, but I think people think I think a lot of people are like, "Hey, congratulations on being sober." I'm like, they're like, "Congratulations!" I'm like, "Well, thank you, thanks." It was hard. It was hard, but thanks to the 12 step, I got the fuck over it. I sure did.
So
I was like, okay.
Did you have to like come up with other
jokes? Girl, I have so much, I really do have a plethora of clean stuff. I just get up there and for some reason I take a clean set and I make it funky dirty because it's like nerves kick in. If I, literally most of my stuff is clean. It's just me dropping the F-bomb and being stupid. So, and last night I just literally did 5 minutes of total clean, and it was about the boys. So I've done stuff about the boys before, but usually when I talk about the boys, I had a joke where I talk about how Eli put a tampon applicator in his mouth and made it a whistle. And I was like, I'm not even going to do that. I didn't even do that one. I was like, well, nope. So yeah, it was, whew. Yeah, because I miss out on a lot of gigs because people won't hire you if you're not clean.
That's interesting. I was going to ask you about that. That's really interesting. But why not? Because you're a woman? Because guys can go up there and do that.
No, it's not even that at all. It's like when they, it's not, like CJ was like that, congratulations, we can do it. Because a lot of females will go, they'll talk about, their female parts and, all that. And, and it's, when they want you for clean, it's like for churches, or if you want to make big bucks, you get clean and you can do corporate events and they pay stupid. Yeah, they pay stupid money. I've got to do it. Yeah, and that's what I got to do because you're already clean, Jason, and I'm jealous with the clean comics. I'm like, well, then for you guys. But it's true. You guys, you're opening. You can go to so many different avenues with it.
Yeah, well, I started. I did it like you say. You did it twice. I did it twice. It wasn't even a comedy club. It was a bar pizza place, and there was this little side room that held about 10 people. And I did it there twice when I was a drug addict, and got all of one laugh with both sets combined, and forgot 99% of what I wanted to say. Because when you're a drug addict, everything's just unbelievably harder. So in any case, I did those 2 times, but then I was just I had to go to work and get drugs and then rinse, repeat. So I didn't have a lot of free time other than being on drugs. Anyway, so then later I went to Funny Stop and then decided I was going to do it. And, Pete was pretty relentless about clean material. Like he wouldn't, you're not allowed to Carlin 7 dirty words or whatever. You can't say any of that stuff. Mm-hmm. So I developed my material in a way where I didn't use the swear words. So it's just more of a reflex for me not to drop F-bombs and stuff. I do think that there is something to the thought of, if you're funny and you can make people laugh, you don't necessarily have to use those words, you can do it without them.
Right. But, no, absolutely.
But it at the same time, some people's humor has definitely been funnier with them. They'd still make you laugh without them, but I feel that, you could always add them in later if you need. You know, you could always spice up your joke if you're feeling it or whatever, if you need to. But if you write it clean, then and they laugh when it's clean, then you know that there's none of it's like shock factor. It's like they think it's funny.
No, you're 100% right. 100%. And like I said, I get jealous, like you, Matt King. I'm like, it's been like when I first started out, I wasn't going out to be a dirty comic. I'm like, I don't want to be dirty. And I don't want to have that. I don't want to have the, whatever. I don't know big words, y'all. You find out I'm really stupid, but I don't want to just have like, be locked into like vulgar old woman. I'm like, it's like I got to have something, and like I said, I can do it. Got so much material. I've just, with my oral joke, I'm like, my gosh, that's so, just do that. I'm going to get praised, and it's like, so I've been, I'm like, July's been a tough month. July has really been like, not that many shows. I haven't had any like woohoo moments. And I'm like, okay. But but again, it's like, do clean, you got it.
But I'm sorry.
Do you have like you, I assume, but maybe I'm wrong, that you have like a day job, like a day gig, and then you just do comedy like on the side?
Nope. I have rheumatoid, so I don't have to work, which is cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And I actually get paid as a respite provider for my kids. So I get paid to be their mom. I live a charmed life. Of course, we live in squalor. That's great. Yeah.
No, that's a lot of responsibility, and being a caregiver is not an easy thing to do. Kerri worked as a caregiver at 2 different places in her life for elderly people, and that was her full-time job at both places, just caring for these people. So when people are in a situation where they can't necessarily take care of their own needs, they need someone to take care of them, to be their caregiver. So you absolutely earn every penny of that money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It really is. It's, because people are like, my ex was a total loser, so I didn't have to stay with him. And the kids have always been pretty much 99.9% with me. So it's worked out a lot better. But the comedy though had like, it was hard at first because it was getting babysitters. And now my nephew is actually my full-time babysitter for when I go out, and he gets paid under their waiver. So he makes good money. Yeah, it's really, it's freed things up. And I actually can now, before I could only stay, within 2 hours out. And now I can actually start venturing out and, getting gigs where I can stay overnight and stuff. So it's cool.
That is really cool. I'm happy for you that came together.
Yeah. And I can also date, but it doesn't work out. Yeah. Once they see like a video of me, they're like, it's been nice knowing you. I'm like, okay.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I didn't know, like, it's a sensitive topic, right? And you have 2 children, like you said, with autism. That's sensitive, and that's rough. Like,
yeah, no, I can't even, because they're always here. I'm like, darn dilly darn. No, I tried. I just got off a date. I literally deleted my profile yesterday. I'm like, this is so stupid. Because I photograph, I am like, and people think I'm, kind of good looking. And then in real life, they see my mouth move and my face, like, and I'm like, so yeah, it's like, I go, oh, yeah, huh? Mm-hmm. So true. Yeah, no, it's crazy, but I tried. I actually just, not seeing the guy, but he was, I guess, my FWB sort of, not really, more like an AWB acquaintance, but and that just, it's like I tell people, like, even on these dating sites, I can't get into a serious relationship. I can't, because it doesn't work out. Not that, but, people are like, oh yeah, you can. It's like, no, because literally they're number 1 and comedy is number 2. And if I can go out, right. When I go out, it's kind of like it's everything. When I go out, it has to have a purpose. So when I do comedy, I don't go out to support people, not to be mean, but it's like when I go out, I better be going up on stage, because it's for you. Yeah, it's my out. And then when I go on dates, I'm like, let's go, Cinderfella. I got to midnight. Let's wrap it up. And then, guys go, that's not really attractive. I'm like, no, I guess it's not, but.
I get it, and I honestly I always wondered about that. Like that seriously, when I would see you at the comedy club, I would think, wow, that must be difficult for her to be able to get out. Like, and
Yeah.
you better make the most of it when you're out. And
Yes.
what a challenging thing that you
I'm a whore.
every single day.
No, I'm a straight up whore. Like I go out, like I tiger spray everything. I'm like, you, me. Now, it's horrible. It's like, oh my gosh. Like, yeah, so I'm an easy date. Let's just go stop by 7-Eleven. You know what? Let's just do it right here. This is cool. I got to be home in a minute. So
Yeah.
you need
like,
those motels that go by the hour, baby.
I'll tell you what, you know what I mean? They're a little itchy, but it's cool. Just,
Yes.
it's like, you don't want to see the mattress. It's like, I don't want to see the mattress. I don't need to see it. I don't pull back a sheet, just, and I go home, girl, I just like douse myself in bleach and drink some Listerine and boom, I'm back to being proper mom. But when I go in the house, I'm like, it's like I come in with the walk of shame. I'm like, don't touch mom. Do not touch mom. Don't touch mom. Don't, unless mom's got, and I literally, I'll put hand sanitizer when I walk in the door and on my lips. I'm like,
they're throwing the lice remover on you like in Shawshank.
Yeah, it's like shave my head. I'm like, I had a nice time. That's it. It's so gross. I'm like, I just
You gotta sterilize. What's rule number 1, kids?
Sterilize mama when she comes in.
That's right.
Especially if I come in with coconut oil all up in my hair. It's like, wow. It's terrible. It's terrible, but whatever. I lead a different life.
Here's the thing. Life is a lot like having kids. It's both a blessing and a curse.
Yes.
It really, there is wondrous moments, and there are moments of defeat and like really going, what the hell is going on anymore? So I get you. I totally get you.
That's totally it. Yeah, especially like I said, we just went to Walmart, and that's why I was running late, because my Eli has dropped like 75 pounds. He's off all of his meds because he was having adverse reactions to everything all of a sudden. So he's off all of his meds, and he's always been, spun, but anyways, it's crazy now because I can't. It's like we go into Walmart, I can't round him up. So he just starts running. And at this point now, I just start grabbing the shit I need to get. I'm like, hey, and I scream like a banshee. I have no concept. I don't give a shit who's looking. I don't care. We'll be in the store, and I'm like, Eli. It doesn't fucking matter. And I don't get. And when we go out, I don't look at people. When we're out, I don't make any eye contact with the public because I'll lose my shit. I will lose my shit if somebody gives them the eye. So I'm like, just don't look. Just scream at Eli and don't look. And actually, we did that one time. We were all downtown Cleveland, Patrick and a couple of us, and when Casey was down there, and I was like, check this out. And I just started screaming at Patrick. I was like, I'll just put it in like Patrick's Eli. And I'm like, come on. And Patrick's mortified. I'm like, let's go. And it was like so easy. I was like, oh. So yeah, it's stupid. But it's crazy. It's there's no, like my ex-husband, when they were little, he'd be like, you just do this because you want attention. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Want to go to Aldi's and scream at the top of my lungs. Like I'm 250 pounds. I don't get enough attention. So let me scream. Wearing, no makeup, sweatpants, and I want them to all look. So needless to say, he just moved to California. So we've been traumatized.
Right?
Like, oh, you're leaving us? Oh no, you've been such a big help. It's like, whatever shall we do?
When did that happen?
I think like July 3rd or something. Logan told me. It's a crazy story. He's a loser, but yeah, he lived not even 2 miles away and hadn't seen the boys since October. You just go, okay. So yeah, he's that one. You go,
yeah, he's an asshole. Sorry.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, he'll, like when he would see him, he'd wear like, he'd have a shirt like I wear this, I wear this. Oh no, he'd have an autism warrior or some kind of bullshit on, and
Yeah,
I'm like, you should,
right.
seriously, just so everybody knew. And I'm like, well, you should be like, I wear this shirt, for my sons because that's all I fucking do is wear a shirt. So
Yeah.
Right.
not bitter. I'm not bitter. It's like, nah,
So,
no.
okay, this conversation kind of leads me, and because we're old. So Jason,
I'm ADD too, like legit. So I will watch out.
I don't believe that at all.
No, it's like, look, something shiny, squirrel. I don't like eggnog. I don't fucking like it.
So I'm gonna show it this way because I'm old and I don't know how to put this in the film or whatever we're doing.
Okay.
But
We don't really know how to insert a still image in the recording.
I
as
don't
the
either.
recording is happening. I know how to do it afterwards, but then I don't trust it because I've never done it. So they're like, we're going to be like, and check this clip out, and it'll just be a blank screen, and then they'll be like, amateurs, these guys suck.
That's how I would do
Unsubscribe
it.
or whatever people do.
I'd have like a thing that says like, what is like the Disney Channel? Like I would just hold a paper going. So yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, Kerri's just gonna hold up the iPad. Low tech is the way to go.
Low tech is cool,
Yeah.
High tech's for losers, Ain't nothing wrong with VCRs.
That's right. That's right.
I can spell it.
Does the 8-track sound just as good as your
Just
cassette?
as damn good as your cassette. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it
And I
does.
can just push a button, go to any track I want.
That's right.
I'm a winner. Yeah.
I know this is not. You mentioned VCRs. Didn't you mention a VCR or something? No.
Oh yeah, we have VCRs. Eli at one point was collecting VHS tapes.
VHS.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yes,
Do you remember
VHS.
when Blockbuster became available? I was thinking this yesterday, and they would put a sticker on their tapes that said "Be kind, rewind."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And when I was a young girl, I thought that was the most cleverest thing. I was like, oh, and it kind of rhymes. I really thought it was clever. It sold on me. It sold me.
Listen,
Good rhyme.
I thought I'm like looking around like okay. This is like a true story. I swear to you, I thought the moon was a planet. I didn't find out, so I was watching Blue's Clues. True story. I was like, Steve is not included the moon in this fucking song. And I was getting pissed. Like, I'm calling up and I'm letting them know what a horrible job they're doing. And I told somebody, and they're like, you think they were like, the moon's not a planet. I'm like, well, what is it? It's the moon. I'm like, well, what the hell? It's round. It's in the sky. It's a planet. Excuse me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay. So it's not a planet. I thought that New England was a state because they got chowder. They have a football team.
Right.
And
I thought so too. It's not.
You're not the only one. You don't know that either.
No,
You did not.
It's Massachusetts is the state, but it's the New England Patriots. They're out of Boston, Massachusetts.
It's a section or what? A continent or what do they call it? A colon. It's part of like
it was like New England was part of the 13 colonies. How America
snap.
and all that. Yeah.
See, so it's not a state. It's just an area.
Right.
Isn't that some shit? I know, and I'm not the only one. Some lady I found out it wasn't a state, and listen, there's a teacher's aide that thought the same thing. She goes, "It's not." I'm like, yeah, nope. And my niece thought, yeah.
Listen,
and the lady, yeah, it's crazy.
Listen, Kyrie Irving went on Twitter and said, "Is the Earth round?" Like, I don't know that it is. And I was like, "What? What's this guy talking about?" Like, he's got tens of millions of dollars, and he's not even sold on the fact that the Earth is round. Like,
who's that guy?
He played.
That's me too. I'm like, who's he?
He played for the Cavs when they won the championship with LeBron, Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
So
that's me in sports. Jay, sports.
He's a basketball guy, but like the fact that he was going like, "Is the Earth round?" Like, it could be flat. I was thinking like, that's really weird. Like, I thought everybody knew that. Like, I didn't know that was open to debate.
Well, listen, and I don't know about if you know this, Kerri, because Lou Santini's girlfriend, it was funny. I was talking to Lou. We were having a conversation after a show, and I was like, dude, and I was talking about like the moon And I was like, get this. It's like same kind of conversation. I was like, Lou, I didn't know, and this is true, and I've said it before, but I'm like, I didn't know you had to have a gas oven to commit suicide. I swear to the Lord above that I thought people set their oven at 350, 400, and put their head in there for like 2 hours and died slowly.
And just cooked their head.
Yeah, and Kerri looks like she was thinking the exact same thing because Lou Santini's girlfriend's like, they don't? I'm like, no, Jess. And she's like, what? And Lou's face was like, and I'm like, they don't. And yeah, I'm not the only one. Even if listen, we're out there.
I shouldn't run my Tesla in the garage with the door closed to try to kill myself.
That's a good idea. Oh, that's funny as shit. That's like cutting your wrist with an electric razor. It's like that's from Bachelor Party though. But no, and then listen, this is what I also thought. And there's two things actually. Sebastian Maniscalco does a joke on it, but I was a teacher's aide for a minute, and we were watching Hamilton, the musical.
I've never seen it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Sebastian Maniscalco has the same joke, but I really thought it. I was like, because they got like black people and like Puerto Rican people, and they're all like being Thomas Jefferson and shit like that, and I was like,
yeah,
I didn't know Thomas Jefferson was black. I'm not shitting you. This is like, I'm like, I didn't know that. I did not. And I'm like, wait, there's one more. Remember the movie that Abraham Lincoln was like a zombie or a vampire killer?
I didn't see it, but I know what you're talking about.
I didn't see it either, but I want you to know for like 10 seconds of my life, I went,
vampire
I didn't know he did that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a vampire.
Like I swear to you, I literally had a 10 seconds in my head where I was like, oh, I didn't know he did that. I'm a parent and I drive a car. And I own a house, sort of. Yeah, not even shitting you guys. I wish I could say, but this is true. Truth is funnier than fiction.
I didn't have that thought. I did not have that thought, but I did. I did think, oh, were zombies that in the past? I did have that quick thought. I did. I swear.
Yeah, that was Alex. I thought the whole thing. I'm like,
zombies that long ago, and then I'm like, what are you?
That's like, I didn't know he did that. I didn't know he was a badass like that. And I'm like. And I had to stop and go, what the hell did you just say to yourself? What? I didn't. And I would, like, when I try to read, because reading is for losers, but when I try to read, like, I will skip over words that I don't know what they are. I'm like, like, and I didn't know for the longest time that subtle, as I would call it, like very subtle, was subtle. I thought it was subtle. I'm like, very subtle. And I thought like Rondivus was Raindivos. I'm like, Rendivus. And I'm like, you really can't. I was like in special needs class when I was little, and I thought I didn't really need it. Fuck, not very smart.
I want to say right now, it's just so good. But Jason, do you remember we knew someone who said, I wasn't in the special needs class. They had me in there to help out the other kids. Do you remember?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
She still believes it to this day. And she's like 40-something. She's like almost 50 years old.
No, I wasn't special needs, but they put me in that class to help the special needs kids.
Yes.
But like she was their same age. So like what kind of IOP is that where the teacher is someone that's the same age as you? Like that doesn't even make any sense. But I don't want to crush anyone's dreams, so I go, oh, it was very nice of you to do that. You're a very giving person. Like, what are you going to say?
I took it. I wanted it because those kids would get snacks and shit. I was like, fuck. And their tests were easier. And I'm like, they're getting snacks. Their tests are easier for me. Fuck, I'm getting in there. And I don't know what I did, but I got in there. I was like, struggling here. Struggling. Is that what is on the snack menu?
Maybe you told them that the moon is a planet and cha-ching, sail.
That's it. I didn't find out the moon thing until I was like 48. I was like, I was literally pissed. I'm like, this is really bullshit that they're not teaching the kids that. And I was literally going, I can't believe it. And then I've told other people, and I've had like 4 people go, it's not. I'm like, no. And it's almost like you have to look around too, going, no, it's not. Like I have found something that, y'all, I eat a Twix. How do you guys eat a Twix candy bar? Do you just eat it or do you eat the caramel off?
Oh no, I have to eat. I'm weird. I have to eat the hard part. The cookie part. I eat that first.
Oh, okay.
Then I make sure, but it has to be all the caramel and the chocolate is the last.
And it has to be like level.
The cookie first, like eat it off.
Opposite. No, I eat the cookie. I would eat the caramel off. But here's what's crazy. I don't know how to describe this, but when I was a younger person, I was like, I bet you I'm the only one that's ever seen this cookie. Because it being covered, I was like, yeah. Like I was the shit because I had discovered.
Wow.
Yeah. I run deep. This river runs deep. This river runs real deep, man.
That's hilarious.
These are all true stories.
You dug up like a treasure.
Right. Like I was like the people at the Twix factory didn't know what it looked like because it's obviously just getting doused in caramel and chocolate. So they never even look at the top of it. Like it's just born and they don't even look. They just shove it through and then it gets caramelized. And then I'm like, look at this.
Toothpick with a GW on the flag and you put in the cookie. I claim this for me. I did it.
I did this. You fuckers had no idea, but I do now.
I'm about to blow your mind. There's cookie in this.
Oh, gosh. Well, and actually, there's one more thing. I lived in California, and I didn't realize that in California, like usually some of the cities will put like I lived in San Jacinto. So they had a big S on like the mountains. So you knew planes would know, I guess, San Jacinto. Do you know for the first 2 years I lived in that house, I was like, I think I'm the only one that noticed the rock formation has an S in it.
I don't even know.
I thought it was a natural fucking occurrence, and I'm the only one that sees it. I'm like, I'm the only one that sees this.
I don't
only
even know
one.
what you mean. I don't even know.
Oh, well, okay, so like,
I don't even know.
So like the mountains, like the foothills, they'll put like for airplanes, I found out, it's like they'll put like M for Merino Valley. They'll use rocks to do it. It's kind of like, yeah, they do. And I could see the S and I'm like, I thought I had discovered it. Yep.
I don't even know where the foothills are.
Well, listen, girl, I should not be allowed to. I don't think I should have been allowed. I think I should still be in the special needs classroom because I don't know how the fuck I got this. I don't know. And people are like, no, you're really smart. I'm like, yeah, no, really not. Wish I could tell you I am. They're like, no, you have to be smart to do comedy. I'm like, nope, you just have to do faces.
What happens is you take it a day at a time. Now, and I know from my experiences in life, you could be going up or down. You usually know which direction you're going, but you take it a day at a time. So,
right.
Drug addict in jail, yeah, you take it a day at a time. And when you're trying to be positive and nice and improve your life, you take it a day at a time.
Yeah, but you're very smart. You just did stupid shit. So
I did.
Yes. Yeah, you can tell you're book smart and stuff, Jason. I am not. I use different accents to get myself out of trouble. I do. I'll say an accent and I'll get my shit out of trouble by, if I do a country accent, it's kind of like people go, oh, she's stupid. And they just let me go.
My brother-in-law, Chuck, said, if you want someone to think you're stupid, all you got to do is this.
That is true.
And it drops your IQ point by like half. Like if you're standing there and you just let your mouth hang open,
I will agree.
They just assume you're a moron. Like, so that's all you need if you want to, like, I need to look dumb. Just open your mouth.
I do that facial expression a lot, and I notice like if I go looking up, I look great. But if I look down, because I was watching a video, just talking about your mouth, but when I look down and my mouth is open, I'm looking up, my whole face sags, and it's like I look like a heavy mouth breather. It's like,
Right.
it's like,
You cannot look at yourself with that down angle.
no,
Cannot. You look
like,
so
yeah, that's where I'm like, I
Oh,
don't
your
have mine up
skin.
high. I should be up this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah,
be.
my camera. Are you kidding me? I told Jason, my camera's up high. Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, everything just goes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh gosh, it's like, yeah, I look like a fucking Shar-Pei, man. It's
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
it's so gross. I look jowls. I'm like, what is this shit? The joke, it's not. I really am surprised because, like, I'm never gonna get like. I see those people with a gross neck. I'm like, that'll never be me. And then I'll see because if your phone's not on, and you're looking, you're sitting like I am right now. This looks like a fucking badge. It looks like one fucking nasty badge. Looks like vagina.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then people when you do comedy will take pictures of you and they're looking up at you.
Right.
Horrible way for somebody to look at me and go, and then they send them or they post the pictures for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 And I'm single. Why? It's like,
Can I show something? I really want to show this. And like
Sure.
I said, it's because we don't know how to do still frames. Thank you, Jason, for filling that word because I didn't know what the word was.
Professionals.
But this
We're
kind of-
professional.
That's right.
I'm going to show it, if I can, please, from my iPad. I know it's so.
So with Ratchet's cool.
But
That's right.
I saw this. And
Get
it was
her done.
It was a while ago, but it was so. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like the epitome of who you are, in my opinion. So let me see if I can do this correctly.
This can be scary. This can be very scary.
No, it's funny. It's funny.
Let's see if I can do it. And I do have this on my Facebook.
Oh, I love that one. You're the only one that likes that. Nobody else liked that.
Hold on a second. See. Hi, I want you to hear anything. Okay. Shut up! There we go. And your kid goes, what? Oh, shit. Here we go.
There's going to be a nude.
Let's look at happy ending because we're cool and we're sexy. And you're probably dating off. Swear if I tell you guys one more time, I'm trying to do a video.
You told me that you shared that, and nobody else liked that. I was so flattered when you said that because nobody. I was like, that's so fucking cool. I thought it was hilarious, but I was like the only one. The females of comedy didn't like it. I'm like, that was brilliant. Well, they didn't say anything. I'm like, that was brilliant advertising. But a lot of comedians don't want to look ugly. They want to look pretty. And I'm like, well.
I loved it. And
you told me you had shared that, and I was so flattered. I'm like, thank you. Because I thought that was. There was another one, too, where I say I'm not wearing a bra, and I'm like.
I haven't seen that one. Send it to me.
Oh my gosh. It's so, yeah.
Yeah.
That's on my Instagram. I don't know if you got my Instagram. It's on there.
I don't.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. But it's cool. It's like one of my favorite too. It was both for that show, and I was like, this is so cool. And I was the only one besides you that thought it was so cool.
No, I thought it was really cool. I laughed as soon as she showed it to me. I was like, that's really funny. Because it's like I'm being like prim and proper and being professional, and then it like lapses it to what your life is really like, and then you snap back into like the first mode. Like I totally got it, but
and that was not rehearsed, man. That really happened. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, it was supposed to be funny, but that was perfect with them. Because I'm surprised they're not doing that right now. Because they usually do. It's like come in naked or something, anything. I'm like, okay, any minute now.
It was so good. It was so good. I know I'm weird, and I
honestly agree with you. I felt that was the epitome of me. Literally, I thought that.
Yes.
No, I mean, that's not it's wrong for me to say, but I felt like the whole whore and the whole thing. I'm like, that kind of wraps it up for me. And you're the only person that noticed that. I was like, huh. I really did. I was like, I'm so good.
You're like talking, and you're nice and sweet. And you go, yeah, but you're probably dating a whore. That fucking cracks me up. And then and you scream so much like my family. Like,
oh yeah,
we're fine and composed, and all of a sudden it's like, shut the fuck up. And then you go back to normal. And the end of it when you went, Oh, it was so good.
That was that is, everybody's like, I get people all the time like, you're such a great mom. I'm like, am I? Have you seen it with the, have you seen how long it takes to get those cute little pictures? I'm like, you're not eating again. It's like, draw for me, Eli. And I hold
Oh.
sandwiches over. I'm like, oh, do you want to eat? Well, no. I mean, but yeah, it's not, people are always like, you're so good. I'm like, no, I kind of, listen, if I could drop them off at the pound, I would, man. I just can't. They know my name and shit.
Here's the real thing. If you can spend 18 years around another human being and not murder them, that's love. That's what love is.
That has to be it.
Because how many people have done like 6 months and somebody's dead, or somebody, well, I guess I should have said somebody moves out. I shouldn't have gone to death. That was a little bit of a jump there. What I'm saying
that's an ID channel thing. That's an ID. Because I was like, that's a murder channel thing. I love it.
It is hard to coexist in the same residence with another human being. And the only thing that allows that to happen, especially over that type of time period, is that you care about that person. You love that person.
Yes, definitely. I actually do. Like I said, when we go out, I don't look at public because I've gotten real close to losing my house. Yeah, because that's like, I'm all like sweet and kind until somebody does something stupid, like looks at them, and then I'm like, oh, okay, it's on. Like I said, it's happened. Yeah. It has, I haven't beaten nobody up because I can't fight. Like I joke, but I really can't. I have no wrist. I'd be like, damn it. But I will make you think. You will think I will whip some ass. I'll just give them that look.
Sounds like Kerri. She can't fight either, but she will run up to you, get in your face, and start talking mad shit just so you think, uh-oh.
Oh, hold on.
I don't want this.
Bob Watson. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. It was a phone call came through.
Okay.
No, that's me. I'll get right up in your face. I can't fight, but you don't want to, people just don't want to test it. They're like, what if she's for real? What if this is for real?
Yes.
Right.
Because if you act a little more aggressive than they do, they go, whoa, shit. Yes, whenever I've done that, I'm in my head, I'm going, what are you doing? Don't do this.
Yes.
Stop. You
Yep.
You're gonna put it up. What are you doing? Oh no. So you have to be a little more spastic, right? You have to be a little more aggressive. Go back down.
Listen, well, I always tell somebody, I'm like, I'll win. I will literally shit my pants and rub it on me and run after you. Because I'll be like, well, I'll be the crazier one. I'll be the crowd favorite, motherfuckers. Because it's like, it's you have to. And especially with the boys, people get it. Like, I just like, it's the mom thing. You're like, and it's instant. Like, just say one thing, I'm like, motherfucker, I will eviscerate you right now. And it's like, oh my gosh. And I get embarrassed because I don't sound ladylike. But, well, not with them, I don't get embarrassed. But
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And I know
it's crazy.
What I'm thinking about. But yeah, I totally get it.
It's like when we go out, I literally, and it's sad but true, when we go out, I literally have to be on point to fight anybody at any given minute. Because you got Eli that literally runs up to people, and I'm like right behind him going, excuse me, pardon me. And then I got Logan who talks a lot, but people, they kind of ignore him. And then of course that pisses me off. But it's every time we go out, I joke about, but every time we go out, it literally can be me losing my shit for the boys. So I'm like, just keep it easy, man. Just don't look at anybody. Just keep it easy. So it's crazy. It's yeah, it's what it is.
Even though you're ready to like go off, are you keeping it easy because of your boys?
Yes. Yeah, I have to. Cause I don't want to freak them out and watch somebody kill their mother right in front of them, Like, but no, I've gone off. I did some lady one time, we were at Mark's, and Eli was little, and I had to have the harness on him, and, people were like, oh my gosh, like, like that's horrible. I'm like, well, it's the only way we can function because it's just the three of us. It's been the three of us. So I don't have, backup. And this, I like to call her the dumbass white trash bitch with a wet ponytail, had the balls to walk by me on her phone and go, oh my gosh, this woman's walking her kid like a dog. And I'm like, And I'm like, I told the boy, I'm like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. And like, I was like, fuck that. And I went and took my buggy and around. I'm like, nah. I'm like, bitch, when you're on the phone, people can hear you. And my kid won best in show. Okay. So I didn't say that, but I did say the whole people can hear you. And I was like, so, and that was a long time ago. And that I still get like amped up at it because it was just like, I was like so blatantly rude. And, you know, and I, because of the life situation and growing up fat and, you know, you got your kids that are special needs. I try to be very mindful of not to hurt somebody's feelings. Like even like in a comedy thing, you'll have hecklers, you know, and a lot of comedians, and Jason knows this, will go after a heckler, like just run after him. And I try not to because I figure a lot of hecklers think they're helping you. They really do. I've had people be totally bullshit. Yeah. And they go, I helped you out. And you're like, no, no, you didn't. Uh-huh.
Really? They think
what, baby?
You know,
What's that?
you know,
What is it? Yellow?
Judge,
Yeah, you painting?
you know,
Yeah, you painting yellow? Okay, he's fixing this
you know.
behind us. We're gonna, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he's my artist. And then here's Gabby now. She's like, what's going on here? I need to go. She'll jump up here too.
There's like two groups of hecklers. There's people that think I want to be part of the show. I'm helping, and then the other group is people that go. I want people to laugh at what I say too. Like
yes,
so
yeah, they're gonna chime in.
They're not trying to help you. They're trying to like feed off the fact like, oh, they're getting laughs. I can get laughs too. This looks easy. And, and either from ignorance or from just like being a dick, they don't realize you're not helping at all. Like I have an agenda of what I'm going to say, and I'm doing a dance with the audience, and all you're doing is trying to cut in, and it's not good. It's not good.
Nope. And I've tried like people like that. I just tell them, "What's that, Beans? Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, are you fixing it? You getting yellow all over your brand new clothes?" I shit money, so
right. You got it.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm gonna go to the toilet. You guys put in how much you want, man. Put it. He's getting ready to say Smoky Mountain barbecue.
Smoky Mountain.
Whenever you need to end, we can end whatever.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm cool with it. If you guys ain't cool, listen. I'm used to my head getting hit. It's like poof. So it's none of this. That's the problem. None of this shit phases me. So it's like, you know, and that's like even like, you know, yeah. Hold on. But no, like I said, with this, even like the hecklers and stuff, I try to be nice to them, but there are some that just get on your nerves. But like, hey, yeah, I'm like, I even one guy he was being so rude, and afterwards, I'm like, you know, you should try it. He's like, oh no, I'm just helping out, and I'm like, yeah, they really think they're helping you out. They really think they're really a big help for you.
Yeah, either they might think it, or that just might be a real fucking easy cop out. That might just be the easiest way for them to get off. Well, I was going to do all that to help you.
Shush it. Yeah. You know, but there's like, you know, they all like, you know, you always have one that'll chime in. I'm like, yeah, okay. All right. Then. Yeah. Okay. You know, it's there's only a couple where I'm like, okay, I'm going to kill you. Please shut up. Especially when you drive 3 hours to get to a show and you're like, thank you. I had nothing to do with my time. It's like, no, thank you so much. But yeah, it can, yeah. But like I just try to keep, it's like, just keep it mellow. But I've seen comedians rip into people. I'm like, ooh, like too much, you know? It's like, oh my gosh, dude, that's, you know.
It's a fine line between putting them in their place and then like dunking on them. Because like anybody that can get in front of like 20, 30, 50 people, whatever, and make, we'll say most of them laugh, is someone that is clever and quick-witted. There's no way around it. So if they want to make fun of somebody, they can do that. They can make everyone in the audience laugh at the person that is being an ass.
Yeah, yeah.
But that doesn't. There's no gratification in doing that because they probably most of the time that's been done to them at some point. They felt minimized and awkward and made fun of, so they don't enjoy doing that. But if you're gonna if you interrupt me and I'm like, no, I got it, it's cool. How about I be the comic or whatever, and then like you do it again, well, then maybe I will do that. Like I don't
Right.
want to, but like there needs to be a line of like I'm the performer, you're the audience.
Well, I've had people too. I have that. I've had people, and I have a hard time accepting this. But every comedian will be like, when you're on the stage, that's your stage, and I'm always like, oh, okay. And I just get too. I don't know. I'm always, that's the other thing too, totally different from this, but it's the whole, a lot of comedians, and you have to, it's the right thing to do is to command the stage, make it your show.
Yeah.
And they've said that. I've had, professionals go, it's your show. You shut them up. And it's like, I don't want to be mean. It's like, no, you shut them up. You shut them down. And I'm like, so as I say, it goes right back to the not wanting to hurt feelings, the whole overly, I'm not, I'll be a doormat for someone because I'm just so, in tune with what happens when it happens to you, that I'm like, oh, no, I don't want you to go through it, you know?
Right.
So, and, and it's like that for the boys. I don't want them to see any of what mom could, what I can do to somebody's body. I'll just bury it. It's like, oh, they disappeared, honey. You won't hear from them no more. Yeah, baby, that looks really nice. That's beautiful. Yep, that is yellow. Yeah. And I can't believe my kid's lost 75 pounds just from being off meds.
That's
like
crazy.
he was a 4 and 5X. He's now just a regular extra large long.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was it's lovely to see him. Gosh dang it. The men's are calling. You do some horror actions, you get some calls. Especially it's only for like a 7-Eleven burrito. It's like, that's a cheap date. Way cheaper than a whore, and I'm clean. So, clean soccer mom, not really soccer mom, but clean comedian. Not clean that way, but it's crazy.
There's two things I don't get. You guys were talking about hecklers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get that shit. And the thing that I think irritates me the most is people go to these shows, right, to watch. They know it's open mic, right?
Yeah.
Just laugh. Like, if you find something funny, just laugh. Like, put all that. Like, I don't believe that they can sit there all night and not make a sound.
They do.
There's not one joke that they thought was funny to at least go.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And that happens at regular shows too. And don't go, well, if you go to an open mic that's all comedians, good luck. Am I right, Jason? They will not. Yeah. I mean, the crackpots ones do. I take that back. Not all of them, but a lot of times they'll just sit there and the whole time they're like, on their phone,
Yeah. Funny Stop is bad for there being a lot of comedians that are there to go up, and your audience is other comedians. And I get it if you've heard this joke like 10 times. I don't expect you to laugh because I get that. That's how jokes work. They become less funny over repetition.
Right.
But like sometimes it's like a joke I never told before, and like just a random person in the audience will laugh, but like none of the comics will. It's like you laughing at a funny joke.
Very nice, baby. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, hold on. It's very beautiful. Oh, that is lovely, baby. Yeah, no, they do, and you're just like, sorry. You just go, no. But like I said, I do understand because I know everybody at Crackpots is tired of the oral joke. I'm like, God, and I'll try to do it, and I'm like, I know you guys. The fact that Andrew Bird will still laugh, I'm like, God bless you, Andrew. But that's right. Though seriously, Kerri, people will sit there and they will just sit there stone faced, and you're like, can you? And I've seen shows where nobody gets nothing, and you're like, wow, okay. And it's just, I would give pity laughs at least, like like you said, like a
right, a little something.
I don't know what they think they're going there for. Like, you're not gonna have like Chappelle. You're not going. You're not going to see like freaking Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. But you're right. They
have to
think
have
that
a good
though.
time. So have a good time. I just don't get it.
No,
Yeah.
a lot of times too, they think that it's going to be like HBO and shit when they go to see a comedy show, and then they're like,
Yeah.
they are not Dave Chappelle. They are even like a regular paid one. They're like, well, that wasn't all that,
Exactly.
you know. And I get it. I would be like that too. I'd be like, oh, that's not Dave Chappelle, but that's, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's how it's done.
Speaking
I know
of,
I'm over time with you guys. I like that
speaking of,
recording.
More popular comics. You've done some touring, right? Didn't you like open up for Christopher or something like that? Like,
I have got to the big one I guess would be I got to feature for Kevin Farley.
yeah.
So that was
Right.
like, you know, and the rumor, and I've heard it from a couple people that were there, is that, and I can't believe it. I'm flattered if he did, but he was upset and voiced that he was upset that he was mad about my oral joke. He's like, I can't follow that. And I'm like, what? So I was like, what? But yeah, no, he wasn't happy about it. And I was like, so I didn't really even talk to him. He was kind of really standoffish. I'm like, you know, so was that. There was a couple other ones, but like, yeah, like Lou Santini, I think is the bomb digs. And I got to feature for him. And I got to do like, there was the 55 and older were older comedians, and I got to close that one. That was a big deal because you had like Ty Mack, and you know, you had Wolfie, who's a big deal. You had Augie Cook, who's, you know, these are bigger names or been around. And I was like, you know, blown away. They're like, you're closing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So
I
you
know. I also
huge.
saw that you and Daniel P. Myers did a showcase at Hilarities downtown in Cleveland. I thought that was really cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, we didn't. I didn't get anything from that either. I did really well, and they haven't had me back. I'm like, okay, dude, I did really well. Like John Armstrong was like, that was great, and it was like,
Yeah.
so it's and I need to, as a matter of fact, I need to reach out, and you've got to. I was talking to John Brown because I did the clean set last night. I did a guest spot,
Yeah.
but John Brown from Akron crushed it. And I was telling him, I was like, dude, I got to get out there. Because, you know, I just get like, I get sidetracked with the kids, but you're not going to get asked to do stuff if you aren't putting your stuff out there. And I haven't been putting my stuff out.
That's a big part of being
Yeah.
a comedian that people don't ever realize. Like when I was younger and wanted to be a comedian, I thought like that's the sweetest thing ever. You like, oh, you go on stage for half an hour and you make what other people make in 8 hours. Like that's the best gig ever. And you make people laugh. That's just like the cherry on top. But in actuality, when you count the drive time and the time you're going to have to spend making connections with people and arranging shit, it's not that level of like minimum time spent. It's like more than 8 hours a day if you're going to do it right and if you're really good at it.
You have to be one. It's crack for me. So I live every time I have a show. I'm like, oh, so you have to live for it. Otherwise, if you don't like it, there's no way I would do this.
Yeah,
there's no way I'd waste my time. Yeah,
I love it, but I got a day gig. That's 8 hours a day. We do have kids. It's getting to the point now that they're like self-maintaining because like our youngest just turned 18 in February, so it's getting where we can ease off like parental duties and stuff. But just like 40 hours a week working, let's say 40 hours a week sleeping. So it's like, you know, your time becomes really precious. But that's kind of the reason me and Kerri wanted to do this, because we thought it'd be a different avenue where we could do something and express ourselves. And it's not 5 minutes at a time. It's more than that.
Right. No, it is very intimate. Very intimate. Yeah. So I totally get that. Really quick, I know you guys got to go, but you were going to tell me, what is the story behind the one last question? Because you were saying there's a story behind that. Kerri told me there's like a story behind that, or am I wrong? The thumb drive?
I switched to my earbuds, so I hope you can hear me okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can hear you.
No. I was talking about the logo.
Okay.
If you look at it, our children make fun of us because we're old. But if you look at it, we couldn't figure out how to get the banner right? So we
Okay.
literally took a picture. We typed
Of the
on
TV, yeah.
right and took a picture, and if you look, you can see that like there's like all the icons and shit on our TV because
Right. It
and then
was
like
like
and
it
like
was
it's
it was
so
way yeah.
it's so
Did
like what like it's so like you don't know what you're doing. And if you even look, if you touch like the icon where it says 1, you can see the
The
like the
cursor.
TV screen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can see the
yes.
cursor. I opened up Microsoft Word and typed in one last question, and then we used the phone to take a picture, and then use that picture for like the band, so people in their 40s trying to do like technological stuff.
So I thought it was brilliant actually when I tried to do that cheesy flyer. I'm like, what type font? I'm looking for type font. I'm like, type font. I'm like, okay, that. I don't know. I think it looks super cool actually, kind of like a what is it, CSI or something like. I'm like,
you are our audience, man.
that seriously. I thought it looked cool. I'm like, I like this. Seriously, I really
Thank
did. I was like,
you.
this is badass. So
I
there
know.
you go. You know, it's people are. I thought it was cool. I'm like, yeah, I like it. It's like I'm like, it's so mod. You know, I'm like, it's very simple yet
Yeah.
statement. Very simple statement. You know, it's
we keep it because our children, when they first saw it, they're like, oh my god, you're doing this, oh my god. And then they remember, Jason, they were like, oh my god, you can totally see you took a picture of that. They were like horrified by it.
Right.
even better.
I
Yeah.
love horrifying them. I love it.
She
I
does.
love it.
She
Isn't
does.
it the
love
best?
it.
Yes, listen, I used
She
to
does.
tell Logan that shit. So no, that's awesome. I actually really liked it. I was like, that's really cool, man. That's why I was trying to do the same kind of font. I'm like, I got to keep it cool, like they kept it cool. So just know that the one that thought the moon was a planet was like, that's some pretty tight ass graphics.
Right.
Even I'm like,
right.
so he got me. I'm like, that was cool. So I really thought it was like, I thought you guys planned. I'm like, I like it, simplistic yet says a lot. I was going all like deep on a Keanu Reeves deep. Like
yeah.
I
It's
think- I
not
think
your
that's
mind that bends; it's the banner.
that's right.
I
Wow.
love that. I love that. So that means we definitely have to keep it. I love
Yeah,
that.
and you guys got to keep it. It's cool shit.
Right.
It really is. Yeah.
Right.
No, you guys got to keep it.
The
So,
cool
yeah.
the cool thing about not trying is you put it out there with the effort you're willing to give, and take it or leave it. I'm good. I am not that invested. So
Yeah, you can be like, yeah, I did that. Well, you know, it was a lot of stuff. You know, what was it? I've like written on paper and then taken a picture of things and then taken it to Photoshop to get rid of I'm like, oh my gosh, and then realize I can just do it like this. But it's like, you know, like
Right.
some of my shit took like 3 hours to make them. Like, you know, that people are like, what'd you do? I'm like, well, I took a magic marker and I took a picture and then I wrote.
long
And then
drive.
I took a
long
picture of
drive.
that. It's like not necessary. So no, seriously though, you guys are awesome. I will send
GW.
seriously, you guys. Thank you, and I'm going to send you those 2
Thank you.
Instagram videos for having me
I
on here.
have one last question for you.
Oh sure, I didn't want to overgo the time. Like it's over.
No,
No, I don't care.
No. I
We'll
have
go
one
with-
last question. Where's the next place you're going to be performing? So anyone that sees this can come see you.
I will be at next Saturday, August 3rd. I will be actually at Crackpots doing a show. It's the Columbus. It's got like the guys from Columbus, or it's like a Columbus invasion, if you will. And it's going to have Jay Wiley, Jeff Neff. So he's awesome too. And Ian Miller. I don't know who the one guy is, but they're having me go on as well. So they want me to do like a 10-minute guest spot. And I'm like, okay. And then
That's awesome.
yes, and then after that, I'll be in Pittsburgh the following week doing the monologues, which it's kind of a contest, but it's not. We did it like a week ago in Pittsburgh, and I'll tell you what, it was a female thing, obviously the monologues, but
Yeah.
those chicks were badass. I was like, okay, like there's a comic named Samantha Bentley. I think it's Bentley. Dude, I mean, she just put me. I was the bridesmaid. She was the bride. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. It happens sometimes where I went in the bathroom and some people were talking. They're like, oh my gosh, definitely Samantha was the funniest. And I'm like, don't listen. I don't want to hear what they say about me.
Oh,
I'm like, they're going to say I suck. And it was weird. I walked down. They're like, I'm like, this is weird, huh? They're like, oh no, you were good. I'm
wow.
like, it's okay, guys. I go, she was the best. Oh, I'm not going
Wow.
to, I'll own that. So, or you guys got a
Wow.
kid walking back there in your background too,
Yeah, it's
Jason.
my son Harrison.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was, I was like, this sucks being the bridesmaid. Like, but shit happens. That's too, you get over rejection real well with comedy. It's like, yeah, it sucks. But then you just move on.
But guess what, GW? Your time is coming. You're hilarious. You engage
Yes.
the audience. You make them laugh.
Yes.
You're awesome.
Well, actually, really quick, this is weird. This, I don't know if something will become of it. This is a crazy, awesome story. We get, and this is not about comedy, but we get helped. People are really good to us. Like I take Eli swimming at the YMCA. We just go swimming, and of course, he's my boy. We go swimming. And I got patience and stuff. Gosh dang it, Joe! Quit calling.
I can hear you.
Left. Somebody. Anyways, I take him swimming. And you can tell he's special needs. And they called me. It was on the eclipse day, when the solar eclipse, and they called me like, "Hey, we got something down here for you." I'm like, "Oh, we leave something." They're like, "No, somebody dropped something off for you." And I'm like, "Is it flour?" And I'm like, "Chocolate." They're like, "No, you just should probably come get it." I'm like, "I'll get it tomorrow." I'm taking Eli swimming. She's like, "No, this pool's closed for a week. You need to come get it." And I'm like, "What the fuck is this? Is it a lobster? What the hell?" And they ran the card out to me, and I just started like actually the name was on the check, but I don't know if somebody wrote the check for this person, because they wrote the YMCA whatever, they wrote a note saying the person wants to stay anonymous. And I was like, yeah, but you're like, your actions aren't unnoticed. You're always smiling. And I was like, and somebody gave us $2,000.
Wow.
I was like, and I could not be more grateful, because I got a refrigerator that we needed. I got shit done. I used it. But here's it. And I was like, what? And again, I'm not bragging, because trust me, we don't go around playing Sarah McLachlan, going, just one more, we're actually live quite a charmed life. But I take Logan, this is our second year. We kind of got a thing where I take him, my nephew watches Eli, and I take him to the Daytona 500, which is, it's torture for his mother, but whatever. So we go there, and last year was the first time we went, and he's obsessed with school buses. Logan is obsessed with school buses, fire alarms, NASCAR, and vacuums. Again, we have over 200. So anyways, we go to Daytona. We park in this lot 7, and they have transportation that takes you to the actual speedway. So we park there, but the best part, we pull up, and there is a line of school buses, all brand new international brand school buses, which is, Logan just about, his head almost blew off his head. He was like, oh! So we got to ride him there. We got to ride him back. And Logan's just like, oh. So then this year, they had a rain delay. So instead of being on Sunday, the race was on Monday. And, we rode the bus to the racetrack, and Logan made friends with a lady driving. It's only like a 5-minute drive. Her name is Dorothy. It was bus 905. Things to remember. And then on the way out, when we went back, they didn't have the buses because of it being school or something. So they had charter buses, which, was lovely. It was a bus. We had to take the SARTA bus to get to the airport, to take the plane, to ride the bus, to go to the Daytona.
Wow.
It's a so
That's a lot.
it's crazy.
Jeez.
It's crazy. So, and I don't see Logan as, I know he's autistic, but since Eli is so much more severe, that I just, people notice Logan. I'm like, sorry. And they're like, oh no, you can tell. And I'm like, you can? He's got a Paw Patrol bag that's pink. He's carrying Elsa and Anna. And I just, that's normal. But what was crazy is he was upset. I'm like, Logan, dude, you're just going to have to buck it up, dude. You're going to have to wait till next year. So he wrote a letter, basically looked like I wrote it and just said, and it was a legit letter and just basically, that my son's autistic. We wrote that. So the bus company is Student Transportation of America. And Logan's like, Mom, I really want to ride it. Can we charter it? I'm like, Logan, first off, it's in Florida. Second off, they're not going to charter. He wants to charter a bus from Jacksonville, where their main hub is, to Daytona, just for he and I. I'm like, I can't shit out that kind of money, Logan. We don't have money. So anyways, I send this letter to him. I said, this is a legit question. I go, I just want to know, Logan wrote most of it. I said, this is legit though. I go, we're just trying to find out. I told him the story. I was like, how much would it be? I just need a quote so I can see if I can actually afford this for him, And then they write us back, oh, lovely story. I'm like, okay, cool. And they never answer. They're like, what's Logan's shoe size? I'm like, well, that's fucking weird. It's, And then they didn't answer me with a quote. And I'm like, dude, so I texted her like a couple days later, emailed. I'm like, thank you. I'm glad you liked the story, but how much is this going to cost? And she's like, oh no, we're going to comp the ride for you. And I'm like, you're going to what? So we're flying out this Tuesday night at 8:30. We get there at 10:30. Wednesday, we're waking up. They have arranged for Dorothy, the bus driver that drove him in February. She is driving the bus. It's going to be bus 905. They've contacted the media. They're wanting to get in on. They're like contacted. There's the lady, whatever. She's like, listen, I'm going to try to sell this to Good Morning America. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
And it's crazy. And they're like, what a story. And I was like, well, and I explained to him, that his brother, I do this for Logan because he is put on the back burner a lot with Eli. So she's telling me she's going to sell this story, but here's the horror part of me. I'm like, and I am a stand-up comedian. I had to plug that I was a comedian. How cheesy ass is that? But I was like, man, if this can get me some airtime.
Yeah.
But I was like, I gotta, I'm not gonna wear one of my shirts or anything. Maybe I'd be like, but anyways, I felt kind of cheesy to tell him that. But she's like, no, it's such a good story. I'm like, well, let's just bring the whole story in. But so all I had to cover was, obviously, airline, hotel, and rental car. But the fact that they're covering this and doing this, I was like, it wasn't asked of them. That's above and beyond. It was just, I wanted to know how much it was going to cost. And I'm like, crazy.
Here's what you got to realize. You go above and beyond for them every day. And
Yes.
if you succeed, they succeed.
Yes.
Right.
You plugging your comedy so you can be successful in that.
Yes.
It's not so you can leave them and
oh no, I'd love to. Yeah.
And they're not with you. It's to better all three of you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's to get them in a nicer place and stuff.
You plug yourself.
Yes.
You pursue
definitely.
your dream, which will only benefit them, and that's just the reality of it.
Well, no, but I was like, it was like just them, and I meant like I'm talking about like the student transportation. Them comping that is just, and her, like I said, she goes, we're gonna have the media there if it's just local news, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, she's like, would you mind us, riding along with Logan? I'm like, I don't think, and Logan's like, yeah, Mom, that'll be cool. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, so. I'm just saying, I might be a big deal. Might not be.
You are.
That's cool.
You are.
That's I'm just so I'm exhausted already about the trip because it's going to be 30 hours and no sleep basically. I'm like, okay, but it's cool, Good, Henry.
I think that you definitely should have plugged. If this were to happen to Jason and he came home, I would say, did you plug that you do comedy?
Yeah, you have to, right?
Right. And he would have said no.
I was like,
why not?
Yeah, I was like, well, hold on, let's play this Sarah McLachlan. Let's get the violin a little bit more. And the mom, it's like, and the mom for just, the mom, the other son's autistic, and the mom, God love her as the comedian.
But you do understand in your deepest heart, people laugh at you because you're funny. They don't laugh for any other reason.
Correct.
Right. No, yeah, definitely they don't. Yeah.
You could be, what? The one guy, I don't know if he's still with us, but he came down with like liver failure, and he was very sick.
No, Trevor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
no, Trevor's good. He just got a kidney.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah,
no.
Literally just got a kidney yesterday.
Not Trevor.
Wow.
Bart, the other guy, the guy that they did the thing for him at Funny Stop. Blake.
No, yeah, Blake's still doing good. My phone is at 3%, so if it cuts out, it's because it's died. But he's still around. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Mine
good.
too.
Yeah.
Mine
What
too.
I'm saying is that,
My
like,
phone is also dying too.
Yeah, I'm at 3. I'm like, oh boy.
We can end with this. What I was saying is, even though their ordeals may have given them material to be funny, they are funny people. They do make people laugh, just like you do. So if you didn't have autistic kids, you would still be funny and make people laugh.
Yes.
It's just
It's
just what's in you. So it's just what it is.
No, absolutely. It really is. It's crazy, but it's destined. It's destiny. So no, but seriously. But thank you guys. Seriously, thank you. And I'm so proud you showed that video of me. I'll send you 2 more. You'll be like, oh my gosh. Yeah, there's 2. There's even 2 more that are worse.
GW, I had so much fun.
I will love it.
Thank you guys. You guys are awesome, man.
I will love it. Listen, our show's called One Last Question.
Okay.
Jason asked you, but I want to ask you real quick. One last question. Will you be on our show again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Just sign me up. Absolutely, guys. All right, cool. I'm going to putter up. My phone's going to go blink.
Okay.
All right, so how do I get out of this without looking cool? You guys got to make it look cool, so I'm not doing the whole...
I'm going to end the recording. I'm going to end the recording in like 2 seconds. Just give everybody a middle finger, and then we can end the recording.
Oh, here we go.
Come on, Kerri. Middle finger. There we go.
Mine.